Welcome back to TimberBorn. It's been a little while. I took a bit of a break due to some real life stuff, but I'm back and we're going to focus mainly today on getting the drought power station finished that I was working on last time. But someone pointed out that I did have yet another mistake over here, and that is that I have a high power shaft here that I don't need. So I'm going to fix that, but I need to wait until the drought kicks in half a day because we have organic beavers that will be doing the building, so we don't want them going into the bad side, so we'll get that sorted. What I'm actually going to do when the drought kicks in is delete this group of 12 wheels and close up these gaps as well, just so it looks a bit nicer. We'll sort this out as well and it'll all be a lot better, so we're going to get that done as part of the process, but mainly we are going to focus on getting this beastie finished. So between videos I got all of the connections done, pretty much all of the connections done anyway. Had a bunch of suggestions about how I could do it quicker, but to be honest, I was quite happy just slowly sitting, playing the game and putting in all of the connections. So yep, that was fine for me. I was perfectly happy doing that. So what we've got to do is we've got to finish making the power connections. We've got to finish this corner off, so we'll do that. We've got our floodgate in here. We can make this a bit deeper if we need to, and I'm going to get the game running so that we can get stuff going. We've got a power shaft that goes through into here because I do want to put in some batteries as well, or some flywheels. There is a connection that I need to add in, so we'll do that while we're at it as well. That needs to be a T-junction, and we need to come across here, so let's put that in as well because they can get to there. I had missed that when I was playing before, but just spotted it. So yeah, because these don't transfer power that way, so yep, let's get that done as well. So we're then going to bring power down here. We need to start deleting all of this stuff. We've got a couple of power wheels to build and some bits to finish up in the landscaping. And then we can fire this guy up, which is going to be awesome. Yep, I am super excited about that. Oh, weird bit there. So this side are building this corner way quicker than the other side. So what I am going to do is just delete a chunk of this and get it built from District 1, because as I say, they go way quicker just because basically they have dirt on instant access. So they've got a big old warehouse of dirt just next to the stairs that run up to the bottom of this. So let's do that. That should get that built way quicker, and that'll be good. We've just got the one floodgate that feeds this. I'm going to stick with that for now, and then we've got a single floodgate down here to let it out. And then if we want to, we can maybe run it in some sort of hybrid mode where we've got the pumps running as well. So I'm going to let them get this built, and then we need to come around this corner. Actually, we can maybe do some of this in parallel because we have quite a lot of building capacity. So probably something like this. I do want to use the normal high power shafts, and now our drought has kicked in. We can also come over here and we are going to delete these, and we're actually going to delete that staircase because I want District 2 doing this. So we can delete that, we can delete that and that, probably that. Also, if we put the staircase the correct way around, and we're going to need some path. Delete you, and going to terraform that, and we can put in it's the better way to do, not best, there's generally no best way to do this stuff, and I'm probably not going to do the best way because I'm still recovering from a very stressful week. So if I do things that aren't optimal, give me a break. We're going to do not that. We're going to do that. Yeah. So, and let's also fill in that one. So let them build that, and then we'll come back. We will go focus on this job. So probably, oh, they can get to all of that. Awesome. So that's in. So we should be able to power all of the pumps now, which is brilliant. So let's do my power shaft there. We then need to do, I think we can now delete. I'm going to leave that there just in case we need it. We can delete those. We can delete that, I think. Yep, let's delete this chunk of path. Let them pick those up. Do those. And that's a 4-way. I guess we can delete that as well. And probably those. Once that's in, anytime you want. Come on. There we go. So we can now delete there and put that one in. Just go back over quickly to this area, and that's in. So we need to put that power connection and that power connection. And this is 1, 2, 1, 2 between. So 1, 2. So that's going to go there now. So let's put that in as well. So we're going to need a staircase there. Also get them picking up all of this stuff. They're going to tell me they've not got. Come on, I've got storage space for it. And they have. Awesome. So I guess we can delete some of the path now. Really want them to pick that up first, so I'm going to let them do that. We'll come back. We've got 16 days to get that finished. So right, let's delete you, and no, I prioritize picking that up, please. So we're then going to put the power wheel there. There we go. Water wheel. We then fill this hole in. I'm going to do is are those in this district? Just wondering if we have 21 spare bots in this district. what I'm thinking is we swap some of these over. Then we make you beavers and then max you out, because I seem to have forgotten to do that. That might help speed up the process. Right, let's put in the missing block, and I'm going to high prioritize that. So, yep, getting that corner built nice and quick as well. Those are in, which is awesome. So, get that done, please, beavers. That's almost in, so I think I can do that, because we're just waiting for a beaver to come build it. So let's put that in, make that a high priority. The army of beavers brings over the logs. There we go. We then need to close this hole, and we need to put in that power wheel. We just need the beaver to come build it. There we go. So that's in. Yep. So we can delete that. What I can do actually is, I think if I put a path along there, I can keep connectivity in and be able to put in you and delete you and delete all of that path. Let's prioritize that, because I think they can still get to it. And then we just need to put those in, and that's all of it sealed up, and then we just need to wait for the drought to end. So, yeah. And for them to finish building this, obviously. The other thing that I'm going to do, I'm not going to build the flywheels yet, but I'm going to put in the connection point for them. So, because basically my plan is to have flywheels running most of the way down here. Actually, probably a better idea would be, rather than doing that, would be to delete that path, move it over. But it was more like here. Yeah, not like, actually. It used to bug me about my the teenager when she would say like something. No, it actually is. It's not like it. But that's all in now and ready to go. So unless it needs any fine tuning once it's running, we are good. Things that might need sorting are, we might need to open this area up and have access to here. Blast some of this out eventually. But otherwise, and ultimately we need to connect this to the outside world. I want to put in the clutch mod. I've not done that yet, so that we can choose to disconnect it if we want. I also want a nice, neat way of connecting it to the outside world. And I wonder actually whether the neat way of doing it is to use one of the shaft tunnels and maybe put it there and bring it out here. So we are going to need to create an access route, and I think we could do that by this is really kind of janky. It's not kind of, it's very janky. But hey, that's not anything new, is it? do that. And that gets us access to there. We then need to... What I think we do is... how am I going to build this? How am I going to build this? So, that get me high enough? I think it does. We do power, shaft tunnel. Yeah, we do that. Then we do a straight power connection. Like that. So, and that gets us, you know, something we can route across here, I think. Yeah, I like that idea. So, I think with the speed that these guys are going, I'm going to delete those last two. Have those be built from here as well. I think they will probably do a quicker job in that district. So let's go back over here. So now we just need to build those last sets of wheels. So, and we need to sort connecting actually in. We need to build another set. So let's put in, come on, select, thank you. These. So what we're going to need to do is have power to here. So let's do that. And I think we will delete all of this mess. It is a mess. And all of that. And you. And I think we will landscape in this. And do something like that. And then we can come along there, up there, top on, along there, right angle, power connection, and then something like that. And we need to build a straight power connection out of there as well. So I'll get that working. And actually in this district, so one of the things that I've been working on over here is we've been making lots of bots, and I've been working on switching over industry to be being done by bots, and I've not been being particularly strategic about that, and I'm just working my way down the industrial area, converting things as they go, and we appear to have run out of power in this drought. So that's kind of bad. Yep. We are also out of storage for our potato and carrot sandwiches, which are what those basic rations are. So let's throw in a couple of... I find the game gets really laggy as you get late game. I mean, we're pretty late game. We're pretty late game, but yeah. So yeah, let's just keep, we've got 8 bots spare still, so keep swapping them over, keep swapping them over. That's just going to help us speed up stuff, which is good. Over here, we're doing okay. Yep, we're doing okay. So right there in. So let's build you, and then can get to you. So we just need to put you in, and then we've got 4 more to build. So we'll just work our way across. Go. So I wonder if they can or should be expanding the windmill farm. And I guess the other thing that I need to work out how I want to do it even is connecting the 2 areas together. I think that's going to be a little bit tricky. I actually wonder whether we should do it through this. Thinking, and we have, or we might need to do some demolition work. So we've got power under here. And we've got, it's not really convenient. So there's power there. There's power actually there. We could run it. Yeah, I could run it along the edge there, couldn't we? And we've obviously got a pretty massive wind farm here. So let's work on that because we've got a bit of time. So I think that would be a sensible thing to be thinking about. Well, as sensible as we get anyway. So we can pretty much come straight out of there and then just run a straight power shaft on. I'm going to basically make it follow the path because we need to work around the island anyway, unless we did something weird, but probably not sensible. So do it this way, and then at some point we can hand over construction. And I'm gonna come down here, handily. We have a staircase. Power. Get all of the internal corners done there. Like that. And there we go. That should... Wow, they've almost built that already. Jeez. I guess actually with the speed that they're building that, it might be more useful. I'd say sensible, but useful. Do this. And build it all from District 1. Because we've got bots on the case, so yeah. That'd be cool if we can get that done as well. because District 2 and 3 are connected. So if we connect District 1 and 2, that's all of them connected. And then we just need to connect District 1 to the generator. Assuming I've got everything interconnected, which I think I have. Are these connected? So they've got 120,000 battery supply. They've got 120,000 battery supply. They've got 120,000 battery supply. So I think it's all interconnected. Yeah, I think it's all interconnected from that end. So once we got this lot connected, we should be good. I'm just going to check something here. I've got my settings turned back up. So when I'm playing on the mega build map, even on my desktop, I have to turn down the settings. This game is not brilliantly optimized. It doesn't even make the computer work hard. It's just the engine doesn't cope very well with really big maps. We're going to have to swap that for them. She's not so pretty, but yeah. Awesome. That's going to be brilliant when it's all done. So now we need to put in this last bank of wheels and we'll be good. So we haven't gained anything here. We've just neatened it up. What I'm hoping is that by moving this just a couple of blocks into the channel, it'll just flow slightly nicer. And what I'm hoping by joining all of these up is that the sort of we got there. To be fair, we've got a much bigger power bank here, but over here we've got quite a lot of power supply versus demand. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be better. I think generally it's better to have it all equalized across, you know. And it'll make it easier to hook it into this, which is kind of the goal. I don't know. And it's kind of nice to have some access around this as well, just in case we need it. Oh, awesome. They've built all of that. Wow. So yeah, the plan is to down here to put in these large vertical frame flywheels that I like, that we're using elsewhere on here. Yeah, I'll just stack a bunch of these through here to give us a massive power bank. Right, have they built? Please tell me they can actually, yeah, they can get to that. So get that built. Then we just need to make up for me putting that random bit of path in, and we're good. Go. So that's in. Right. Let's now delete this horrendous bit of path. It's only going to make the game even less happy having to work out pathing for some stuff. Don't auto delete under things. It's never a good idea. So let's hook you up. Power. There we go. And then that will be the missing link. As I said, once I get the clutch mod in, I think I'm going to add in the ability to disconnect the different districts. I think that will be a good thing. And I definitely want to be able to disconnect the power bank over here. I'm kind of wondering whether I should just start throwing these in. We've got what I need, actually what I want to do. So to build these, we need metal gears, treated planks. Okay, so we've got logs over here. Yep. So if we swap this over to be metal blocks, we're not going to be able to swap that. Rather than being punch cards, you can be gears. We'll set you to obtain. And if we build a couple of medium piles for treated planks. Yeah, let's do that. And I think I'm just going to build these out of District 1 because the other district is struggling a little bit for some of the resources. So what we're going to do is we are going to kind of draw them back from this extended building project. And work out of District 1 on this job. Actually, because I think, got a horrible feeling. Yeah, they're pretty low on planks. So and we're building, yeah. Actually going to delete this and recover the planks from it. So let's prioritize you by haulers as well. So we'll stage the things that we need. Let's open you up, ready for when things happen. And I guess the other thing is I want to make sure that so we go over here, they're short of bots. If I go to this district, there are some. So what I'm going to do is do a bit of shuffling of jobs. I want all of the builders' huts to be bots. So that means I need to free up 12 bot jobs. So probably from haulers is the way to go. Hauling post. I've done it. Here we go. Yep. Because when we start building in here, if this is full of bad water, then it's going to be bad. So, obviously. Do I start building? We've got 6 more days. Yeah, let's start throwing them in on it. That way we can start stockpiling power, I guess. So, you just need to make sure. Yep, so that should do it. I'm going to let them build. Let's build one, and that way the power's going somewhere useful. And they can then start restockpiling. Wow, geez, yeah. Okay, it's not going to take them very long at all. So back over here. So our 2 sides of the grid. Yeah, there's definitely going to be benefit in joining them. So you equalize the power usage out. So let's do that. Prioritize that. Because this side has got like 7,000 excess and this side's got a couple of thousand not excess. So yeah. Not excess. Deficit. That's the word. So if someone would come build that, we'll then see that balance out. And that'll be good. And we'll have about 700,000 storage before we even start looking at building the battery. Yeah, there we go. So that's much better. That's much better. Yeah, so we're a couple of thousand HP positive now. Brilliant. So let's now delete our random path that we don't need. Yep, you can go. You can go. You can go. I'll delete the staircase just to avoid anyone going down in the hole. I think I need to sort this area out. So I think, because they don't seem to be doing anything over here. So what I'm going to do is delete you, and I think I need to put these blocks in this way around. So we'll build it from the back. And yep, instantly they come and start building. You know, that's a thing. I'm sure I saw someone say that the direction doesn't matter, but it very definitely does. So over here, we have our first battery in, and yep, that connection is hooked up. So let's put our next one in. The really cool thing about this is while we're testing, we're then storing the power that we generate. So what I want to do is I want to test it running off of kind of direct input. So coming out of here through the floodgate. And then I want to test it running off of the pumps and make sure it's going to generate power. And then next time we'll worry about hooking it up to the big wide world, which is really just a case of coming across from this lot to here. So that shouldn't be too big a job. Yeah, I'm going to skip ahead now to the drought ending, and I'll just keep building these as I can, and I'll see you guys in a bit. One other thing that I think that we would benefit from doing actually is this is getting a little bit dry occasionally in the drought. So just to top up this middle water area. Oh, what am I saying? Anyway, just to top this up, I think we're going to throw in a few water dumps with a path. And when I say a few, actually quite a few. And we'll put in a water tank. And basically, I probably need a stream gauge for this. For these. So we are going to do, and we need them to actually build the stream gauge so we can set it to control things. Let's get that built as well, please, beavers. And yeah, we'll have it be organic beavers. That's not a problem. We'll just get them to top this up. Come on, please come build this. So over here, while you were gone, we built a couple more of these, and we're building even more. Basically, treated planks is the limiting factor. So we'll get them built as we can. Let's get these. I've lost them. Here we are. Let's get these set up. So attach to stream gauge. Attach to stream gauge. You right. So we are going to disable during temperate. Maybe not actually. We will pause if it is above 1. Try that. And unpause if it's below 0.6. Let's try that. I'll set these up and we'll let it run through. So the drought is over, and someone forgot to finish building power wheels. So I've swapped the construction over to District 3, which has bots. So we don't have to worry about the bad water problem. And we'll get those last 3 finished. I've put in a couple more plank. The lumber mills over here as well, because we are running short of planks in this district. But let's go now play with our new power station. So bad water coming in. basically we are waiting on treated planks to build all of these, but let's give it a go, shall we? So we will open up the floodgate to make sure that the exit is, I think we want it on fully open, I think. And yeah, we're just going to have to wait for it to fill basically, and then we'll get to see how much power we're going to make. Yeah, and then that'll be it for today. So I went back and leveled these up to be all the same. Although they don't seem to be behaving the same, which is okay. That's because I didn't have that ticked. Pause if above, unpause if. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. So didn't seem to do much, but maybe it'll help once they've been refilled, I guess. Yeah. Anywho, let's focus on the main attraction. So this is going to take a little while to fill up and start actually generating power. And now we've got 4 of them built. That's better than I thought. It's better than I thought. So we've got a storage capacity of 60,000 already, and we are already generating a monstrous 200 HP. I know. It was all worth it in the end. I have a builder's hut there that is not bots, which is not good. But we'll get those switched over. We probably don't need quite so many builder's huts now. Now we've got this done. We can probably reduce that down next time, I think. So, starting to work our way around. So the flow path is down here, along here, down here, and then down here and out. So, assuming that I've got everything right, that is. So, yeah. You can see everything is starting to turn. So the connections go across and then along the bottom. And then up into here. So we'll let it get full and get all of the wheels turning. See how that's looking. We'll then switch on the pumps and see how it works boosted. I think to do that, we'll probably have to half close this. And then we'll shut this up and see how it works then. But I guess at the moment we're generating 7,000. Wow. That's really nice. So these are generating a very nice 69 HP. And down here we are at 54. So, yeah. And our corners are looking pretty good. We could maybe, my only thought is maybe we could knock out one more block to increase the folding potentially. We might have a slight issue once we turn on the pumps. So, but yeah, at the moment we are, and we seem to have stabilized at just under 8,000. I wonder what's going to happen if I push that to a half. Because I think that will be useful if we want to. There's also a bad tide coming in. Okay. So it has dropped it down a bit, but I wonder if it's going to pick back up once it's re-equalized. Yep. Just down a little bit, but that's okay. It's picking back up, actually. It's picking back up. But the next thing I want to do is then see what happens if we boost it. And that's why I wanted to have it half closed. Because that means we should be retaining something to... yeah, that's picking up. It's picking up. We're using 3,500 obviously, so we need it to be going up to, you know, 8, like over 11.5, which it is. As I do the maths in my head, it starts to rocket past that. So there is a benefit in doing that, but we are getting little bits of flooding coming through from somewhere. So yeah, we're getting a little bit of flooding along here. So yeah, maybe benefit. And you can see here we're getting little bits around the edges, but we're getting a lot of power. So some fine tuning might be to knock out these pieces on the corners. So we fold here as well, and here, and maybe down here. So that's something to consider. But it seems to be intermittent. So we're at nearly 14,000 running like that. So the other thing that I want to then do is see what happens when we switch off that. I'm going to shut that up so we retain what's in the system. We might need to let a little bit out actually. A little bit of that out because we are overflowing a bit back there. Just need to make sure that we have enough. But just to kind of see, there we go. So if I now close that up, let's just see what it settles down to running as a self-sustaining system. So we're using 3.5 and we're generating just under 6. Okay. Interesting. We've got flow everywhere. So, supply 9. So we're gaining 6, nearly 6. Nice. So if we then went over to over here, yeah, so we'd be almost adding another 50% on our positive. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that because that's running without input. So this is becoming reserve. Still working on the last one. We can easily put another bank of them in here. Yeah. Success. So fine tuning that we want to do, that I want to do. I think we should try and dynamite out. Actually put it, we won't be able to get to it yet, but I think we should try and dynamite out those. And that one, I need to work out how to get to them. It's going to be a bit of faffing, but I think that'll help with speeding up the flow through here and stopping some of these little bits of flooding. I'm going to say it's going to be a faff. It's not going to be that much, is it? Because it's literally a ladder there, a ladder there, and then for these guys, it'll be a ladder and a path, and that's then going to need to be that. And actually, we could maybe test that now. Because we can test that during a bad tide, because that will keep flowing. So because it'd be really nice to sort that overspill out. I think that'll help. One thing I always forget to do with these is to put in stream gauges to measure speed of stuff. I'm always really bad at that. But, you know, staircases are in. Those are going in. See, that was less complicated than I thought. And it was, you know, I love that we're generating a good, steady, you know, nearly 6,000 HP out of this on its own. Sort of self-sustaining. It's brilliant. It's really good. This is all going to do its thing that it does automatically, which is so good. So good that we've got that sorted. Hopefully, yeah. And that should open up, I think, but I think it's going to be okay. We made some changes up here, and I think we haven't had a bad side since, so that's all behaving. Yeah, it's all behaving okay. Brilliant. Let's just have a quick check on. Yeah, these guys are cracking on now, which is good. Yeah, so that's in it now. So if I now detonate those, and that, and we've not got to that one yet. But I am kind of curious what would happen if at this point I cranked up the juice. Are we going to get flooding down here now? As we really ramp up that power output. More so down here, I think, is the area that I'm curious. That seems to be okay at the moment. So we'll come back to that in a second. It's nearly in. So we're now 12,000 positive. We are not flooding. We are not self-sustaining, obviously, because we're draining the pool, but, you know, not worried about that. It would be a way to boost power if we, no, not quite. I can't quite handle it. Okay. What about once we get this in? I'm going to let it run. We can blow this. See if the speed up effect of that helps. And power wise, it doesn't seem to matter. I just don't like it. It's messy. I don't think there's any other ways that we can fold more though. Really. So we could maybe come there and get more. But for today, we are going to call it a day. So yeah, pretty successful first test, I think. Ability to generate lots of power. So if you've enjoyed this video, click the like button. Any thoughts on refining this, stick them below. I'm far from an expert on this stuff, so appreciate your input, and I'll I'll see you guys next time.